Good evening and welcome to this week's session of the Level Up Challenge. We've been talking about digital marketing, and over the past couple weeks we've talked about website design. We also talked about the 5 C's and the system for success as a WebCenter owner. But tonight we're going to take a little bit of a closer look into how to drive traffic into a website through digital marketing and search engine optimization, a critical point for business owners to understand the value in showing up and appearing in search. So as a WebCenter owner, we offer these products and services through MA WebCenter. So it's important to understand a little bit more about how search engines work, and that's what you're going to learn this evening. So again, search engine optimization. Why is that important? Well, because in the 1990s, it was very simple to run a business in the fact that you had to just basically have a basic advertising budget. You could run your business. You could just maybe put out a yellow page ad, maybe an ad in the newspaper, and hopefully through word of mouth, you could operate and bring in enough business. But nowadays, think of all the things a traditional business owner has to worry about, right? They've got to look at their website. They've got to see if it's mobile responsive or if maybe they're doing mobile apps. They've got to see where they're ranking on search engines and search engine optimization. They've got to worry about social media. They have to worry about maybe search engine marketing or managing a Google AdWords program. They also should be looking at their content and blogging, maybe where they appear on review sites, as well as still doing some traditional advertising, maybe in a newspaper or yellow pages, and they still work through word of mouth advertising. And on top of that, they still have to operate their business. The fact of the matter is that it's much more difficult in this fragmented marketplace for a business owner to capture the attention of their consumer and influence their buying decision. So when you look at a big box store, big retailer, big brands, what is their goal? What is their goal? Their goal is to increase sales and decrease their expenses, and that's going to make them profitable, right? So what is their map? What is their massive action plan to get there? Well, they've got a mass marketing budget, mass advertising. They've got an excellent website with a great mobile presence. They also rank very highly on search engines. They also do some advertising and have a big ad budget for online advertising. They also have social media marketing employees, as well as running these online campaigns. But their challenge is to build that customer relationship and that customer loyalty. But a local business, well, they still have the same goal, right? They still want to increase their sales and decrease expenses, which is going to make them profitable. But what do they have for their action plan? Well, they're going to be focusing on the customer relationship and loyalty, and they've got a basic advertising budget and maybe a website. So the problem is there's a massive gap in their advertising budget and resources. And when we say resources, it's human resources, it's financial resources, as well as technology resources that they're lacking. So business owners, yes, need a great website, but they also need traffic, social media, visibility on Google. They need to worry about their emails and their domain names and domain-based email. They also have to consider email marketing, email campaigns. They have to be able to make changes on the fly. Maybe they're going to do some e-commerce. They also need to be able to view what's working for them and what's not, some statistics and some analytics and some reporting, so they're not wasting time and money. They need secure hosting, and they certainly need support. So where are customers coming from when it comes to a small business? How are we getting traffic to a website, right? Where are they found on the internet? How do they rank on search engines? And how visible are they with their existing customer base? And most importantly, what is their strategy? So these are some great questions that you can use our 15-minute assessment sheets and our consultations to really dig in and understand some of this, as well as do some of your research, right? We talk about doing some current research on your potential candidate. So again, think of this. You should ask someone, where are they found online? How do they rank? How does their competition rank? How visible are they with their existing customer base? And they certainly must have a strategy. So search engine optimization has a lot of different variables, and there's a lot of different strategies that people have evaluated in terms of how to rank on search engines. And some of them are what I would say kind of not seen as very good search engine tactics. And in fact, Google has actually reduced ranking when they find websites that have done some things like this, maybe the old school keyword loading on their website just to drive traffic. But nowadays, it's all about relevance. It's all about the content on the website. And again, the key page titles, descriptions, and really what the website is about. So you can see, yeah, SEO is great, but it all has to do with your design. Has to have a strategy in place. It might have to do with blogging and content marketing, certain keywords, and of course, links and other HTML code. So before we can really dive into that, it's also important to understand where people can show up in search, right? SEO, search engine optimization, and where can a business appear in search? So let's take a look at a search engine results page, right? The first thing would be the paid placement and the ads, right? In this case, Google Ads. It's like a paid billboard on the internet. And the ads are the first thing you see when you Google a certain term, and it consists of a business name, a website, contact information, the certain keywords that you're searching, a short write-up or ad description with the little label that says ad. And it's very important to know that people do not have to pay to be here. They have to be willing to pay to be here. And if someone clicks on this ad, they are then paying Google out of their advertising budget that they set up with Google. So it's called pay-per-click marketing or pay-per-impression marketing through Google ad campaigns. So in this case, roofer in Springfield, Mass, there's going to be some advertisers at the top. When someone clicks on one of these, that website owner or that business has then got to pay out of their budget to Google. The next layer down on a search engine result page are the local listings, right? It's an organic ranking and it shows all relevant results. So in this case, it was roofers in or near Springfield. It's going to show up below the ads. It's going to have, again, the name, the website, contact information, maybe a street address, as well as the phone number, a link to the website, and of course, driving directions, which is important if someone wants to try and locate that business. Now, of course, it's only going to have a small amount, a limited amount of local companies listed here, but then there's a link that says more places. And really, most people aren't clicking on those more places link to really open this up. They're just really going to the next section, which would be the organic placement, everything that happens below that, which are other listings, right? Consisting of business name, websites, contact information, the certain keywords, a write-up. It shows up below the ads and the local listings, but it's also going to be a lot of your directory sites, right? Your Home Advisor, your Thumbtack, your Better Business Bureau, your Yellow Pages, right? All of those sites, because what? They have a lot of traffic and a lot of links and a lot of information, so they can rank on that first page of Google very regularly. But then you might have the ability to show up in that natural listing. So out of the 10 to 20 positions, including ads, local listings in the map section, as well as organic, a business has 20 places that they're trying to get into that pole position to get in front of their user or potential user, the person who's searching for their business, right? If someone's searching for a specific company name, they know who they're looking for, so that business better show up or there's a problem and that needs to be fixed. What happens if someone's searching for a specific business and their competitor shows up? Or if they don't have a website, their name doesn't show up, or maybe just the listing shows up. However, when most people are searching, they're not looking to search, they're looking to find, right? A lot of people don't want to scroll through pages of results. They simply just want to find the answer to their question. In this case, it's roofers in Springfield, Massachusetts. They're looking for a .com related to roofing businesses in Springfield, Massachusetts. So a very important tip or tactic is for businesses to appear based on their geography, as well as their main service, their primary and secondary service of business, right? So of course, there's going to be outside websites, review sites, social media links, and other sites or articles that mention the business. But most importantly, businesses want to appear with their .com. So it's important, how can someone get into the top rankings on something like Google? Well, it's very important that businesses know that when people Google a term on a mobile device, Google only recommends websites that are mobile friendly or responsive. It's called the Google, right, mobile first algorithm, right? Mobile first algorithm, meaning that the websites that are mobile friendly will appear ahead of those that aren't. And that's important because more than 70% of traffic nowadays is coming from some type of smart device, a tablet, or a cell phone, right? A mobile device of some sort. So it's got to be very, very important to Google to answer the question of their searcher and give them a relevant result that's as easy for their consumer to navigate, right? So it's important to think of this. Why? 40% abandon a site if it takes too long to load. Certainly if you're on your mobile device and it's taking a long time to load, you're going to go back to the results and go to the next company. 67% are more likely to purchase from a mobile-friendly site. And I'm not sure, think of yourself as a consumer. Have you ever tried to have a purchase experience, buying maybe tickets or buying apparel or buying any seasonal items on a website that's not mobile friendly from your mobile device, right? It can be very frustrating. And 74% are more likely to revisit a mobile optimized site because they remember that the user experience was friendly, right? And it's certainly capable for a company to have a desktop version of their site and a separate version of their website on a mobile device, and that's a mobile friendly site. However, Google also ranks those that are responsive in nature the highest, right? So the Google mobile first algorithm is very, very important, right? 49% of business to business researchers who use their mobile devices for product research do so while they're at work, right? They're doing research while they're at work. Incredible. More Google searches take place on a mobile device than on computers in 10 countries, including the US and Japan. And that was back in 2015, right? Nearly 4 years ago. 65% of smartphone users agree that when conducting a search on their smartphones, they look for the most relevant information regarding the company providing the information, right? So it's very important. Now, you don't need to memorize these statistics, but these are some talking points when you're talking to business owners. Did you know? And it has an interest-creating remark that starts a conversation. What about local search engine optimization? Local search engine optimization, right? 72% of consumers who did a local search visited a store within 5 miles, right? So those that did a search on their mobile device visited that store within 5 miles. That's very important. Geography is very, very important. 30% of mobile searches are related to location. And why is that? If I'm in New Hampshire and I do a search for roofers, I don't want results to be in California. It's not relevant to me. So Google knows where my computer is logged into the internet. So based on my IP address, it will give relevant local results. Now, if I'm searching for someplace out of town, I'm more likely going to be typing in that geography. For example, roofers in San Diego, California, I'll be getting relevant results for San Diego, California, even though I might be here in New England. 28% of searches for something nearby result in a purchase. You talk about buying power. When we talk to our local business owners, we realize that nearly a third of the searches will result in a purchase, whether it's a service or a product, right? Local searches lead 50% of mobile visitors to visit stores within a day, right? Think of yourself. When you are doing a search on your mobile device, it's because it's something that's urgent to you. It's going to be happening something soon. You're not taking the time to really do a lot of research and you're on your computer or your laptop. It's something that's more instantaneous. You might be in your car. You might be in the doctor's office waiting. You might be somewhere that you're looking for a result fast, which means that you are going to be more than likely purchasing something soon. But also offline. Look at this. 78% of local mobile searches result in offline purchases. Do you think that it's important for a local business owner to pay attention to their search engine ranking? Right? And of course, that's a rhetorical question, but the idea is that it's our job to give that information or provide that in conversation, in dialogue, in consultations with our candidates and business owners. And of course, we'll talk more about that when we actually have digital marketing appointments, but you can be the person to kind of bring that to light. And we have all the tools and resources that you can share. In fact, a similar presentation to this is on our YouTube channel that you can actually share out. We've got blog sites and blog links and articles that you can push out. We've got social media articles that you can push out to your candidates and clients and let them know more about why SEO is so important. So 71% of B2B researchers start the research with a generic search, right? And then they're going to drill down. So a generic search to start. They do 12 searches on average prior to engaging on a specific brand site. Important, right? People are trying to gather information prior to making a decision, but more so prior to actually reaching out to a business. And that's important for a business owner to know, because they might have a great sales team. They might have a great sales staff. They might be doing some other things and other marketing, but they have to realize that people are doing their homework before they ever make a contact, right? Think of yourself, maybe you're purchasing real estate, or you're purchasing a car. You're doing all the research first so that when you go to the car dealership, you go onto that lot, you already know that the cars that you're looking for, the models, the makes, in some cases, you know all the features you're looking for before the sales rep ever introduces himself to you. You already know what you're looking for, right? So very, very important part of marketing. And that's why businesses need to pay attention to their digital marketing, their website, right? Their landing pages, as well as where they show up in search. 72% of marketers say relevant content creation was the most effective tactic in SEO. And that's important because last week we talked about web design. We talked about websites in general, but also content. And we also have content writing packages available. You might have a traditional business owner or a candidate or a client that isn't a great writer. They're looking at putting out content, a new web page. They're putting out social media posts. They're putting out email marketing clips. They're writing ads. They want to do a blog post. But if it's not written well, that might not help them, right, in terms of search. So content writing packages become a very integral part of search engine optimization, and so does website design. Again, the first thing that we're looking for is to make sure that a candidate or client has a mobile responsive, right, designed website. Then it's got strong content, relevant information on their website, and of course, then we can build in to the SEO tactics. So there's two different types of SEO. And again, SEO stands for search engine optimization, right? There's on-site search engine optimization, which includes your page titles, your page descriptions, the page keywords, the relevant fresh content like text, images, videos, and credible link sources on there. That's all on-page or on-site search engine optimization. But there's also off-site or off-page SEO, which would include their listing sites, the review sites, reputable, credible sources, articles, posts, press, media, and backlinks to that website. So it's a very comprehensive part of digital marketing, right? There's a lot here, and we're just talking about search engine optimization. So when we talk about the content, again, 47% of buyers viewed 3 to 5 pieces of content before ever engaging with a rep, right? That's important. 96% of buyers want content with more input from industry thought leaders. So that's important. Again, content, content, content. And what's so important about Google? Well, Google is the world's largest online digital file cabinet, right? You want to look at Google having to be able to organize all of the websites, all of the content for every product and service out there. Think of it as a file folder. Every website and every page is going to be a file folder. And if you look at your internet browser, isn't it interesting that we call it a tab? Open a new tab. Very similar to a tab in a manila file folder. And each tab has a title, and it lets you know what is in the content of the actual folder. So very similar to that, Google looks at a website and says, great, what is the title of this page that we're looking at, and what is the description of the contents on the page, and what is the content itself. So title tags become important. The title tag is one of the most important attributes of the web page. It's the first thing that search engines show visitors about your site, and it's the text that appears at the top of the internet browser, right? So it's got to have the keywords and locations without appearing spammy, and the company name can be included, but not at the expense of the valuable keywords. In fact, it's more important to have the key words in the page title than it is to have the business name, because what are people searching for? They're searching for the product or service and the geography. In this case, this is a great page title, Auto Salvage Auto Parts, right? And you can see it looks like a file folder. The next piece is the page description, and that's kind of the behind the scenes meta information that search engines can crawl and get information on. So it's the other important part of the web page, right? It's the text displayed under the link in the search engine. So having that description is almost like an ad for that page. So when a business has a well-written description, page description, when someone does a search, in this case, you will actually see that description show up. So it's very important to have those relevant keywords and a call to action. In this case, you can see this first line, RH Wilson offers full service auto repair for all makes and models, import and domestic. Call today with the phone number. And then the next line has the geography that they're looking for and the keywords that they service with the next call to action, visit our site for information, right? A very well-written meta description. So again, is your site mobile friendly? Choose a mobile strategy. Multiple ways of making a site mobile ready. And of course, the recommended is to have a responsive web design. And this is based on Google right here. Responsive web design. We also have dynamic serving or a separate URL, a mobile URL. Instead of www dot, it's going to be m dot, right? So when someone's on their mobile device, automatically the internet browser loads and it knows that there's a mobile version of that website. It's a separate website, right? So after you've created a mobile ready site, you can use Google's mobile friendly test to check if pages on your site meet the criteria being labeled as mobile friendly. So here's a neat little tool, right? You can actually go to search.google.com and then test mobile-friendly, and you can type in any business you want into this, and it's going to let you know if it's a mobile-friendly website, right? Google has many tools to help businesses rank in search engines. What are ways to improve? And then it gives us an opportunity to provide a great solution. So let's talk about mobile interactivity. Now, when a call received via a search ad ends, an advertiser actually gets a notification on their phone to leave feedback about the relevancy of the call. Isn't that interesting? So a Google advertiser, someone that does Google advertising, if they're driving phone calls to their business, after a user calls the business, basically clicks on their phone, calls a business, they'll get a feedback question just to see if it was relevant. Yes or no or not sure, because Google wants to provide relevant information. So isn't that important? So what is this ultimately about? Every business wants what? They want to get more leads, right? They want to get more leads. So we have great marketing tools built into our platform, right? So our website clients have SEO tools and social media tools. They've got the CRM or the customer relationship management, email marketing, domains, domain-based email, as well as email addresses, right? So all these come inclusive with our website platform. Again, it's more than just a website. And then with tech support, they can call in and talk to an SEO specialist or a social media specialist for recommendations on how to use our platform and their website to drive leads, right? To drive traffic, right? So that's incredible that we offer those things. And that's why our standard monthly fee is such a powerful and valuable tool for businesses. So if you're just selling the website platform, you're selling it short. You want to make sure that they have access to all of these tools and understand that they can talk to specialists that are going to help them engage more visitors. So we also have digital marketing experts and digital marketing products that we can sell to local and medium-sized businesses, right? So we have a local and regional SEO package, right? So search engine optimization ensures your business ranks high on search engines like Google or Yahoo. We actually will go out and discuss the desired goal related to the website with the candidate or the website client, the geographic areas they wish to reach, and all the demographics of their desired customer. They'll conduct some SEO tasks related to site keywords, page titles, headings, page descriptions, and then work on all the other ways to make them stand out from a crowd. So ask yourself, is your client showing up in search? Are they ranking against their competition, or is their competition ranking above them? Are there new products and services that they want to be found for? Maybe they're ranking great in one keyword search, but then in another, a secondary part of their business, they're not showing up. Maybe they're doing roofing and siding, but they really want to do kitchen and bath remodel. Or maybe that they're doing landscape, but part of the year they also do snow removal, right? So you have to help them consider what are their primary keywords and primary service, but also what are their secondary, or maybe they're even opening up another location, and that's important, or they've got a competition infringing on their market. They want to expand their market. We've got packages to work with them. And of course, organic search engine optimization takes time, right? 30 days, 60 days, 90 days to actually get some traffic. However, the sprint is by advertising with Google, right? Google AdWords. So we can ask a business, who's managing your Google AdWords program? Are you currently doing AdWords, right? Do you need quick results? If you need quick results, this is a great way to stand out and get on page 1 of Google with an ad. Do you have a great website but you need help marketing it, right? Google advertising is a great way to do that. So the search engine giant Google offers its paid AdWords service who wish to enhance their internet marketing efforts. Now, most companies set up their Google advertising, they set a budget in place, and they set it and forget it, and no one's actually managing it. They're not looking at the reports, and they're not seeing what keywords are ranking well, what are ranking bad, how well a certain ad is written, and what's happening with it, right? So our SEO specialists will guide them through the AdWords process. We'll take care of subjects like account creation, campaigns, budgets, what networks they want to be found on, mobile targeting, geographical targeting, and much more. So we will help manage those campaigns, and then we'll report on a monthly basis on the success of that campaign and continue to tweak that to improve results for our clients and candidates. So where do we start as WebCenter owners? Well, we start by scheduling an appointment to do a consultation with our candidate or our existing client, right? We book and conduct a 15-minute consultation. We take out the digital and social media marketing assessment pad. We print it off, whatever it might be, and we have a conversation. We have a conversation with our candidate or client related to their traffic, related to their search engine results, related to their social media and what's happening with their targeting, right? What's happening with their advertising. So it's a very results-driven procedure and a process, but it is all strategy, right? It's about content. It's about analysis. It's about their website. It's about their traffic. It's about ranking. And just like in our business, we measure, monitor, adjust, and control it by tweaking the programs. So no longer do we offer just websites, right? It's not just about web design. It's the all-inclusive digital marketing company that can, under one roof, under one umbrella, offer a business everything that they need to stand out and increase their revenue, decrease their expenses, streamline business practices, and of course, get more customer engagement. So again, we're talking just about search, but that's one avenue, one aspect of digital marketing. We're going to talk more about some of the others in upcoming weeks. But again, we want to give you the information so that you have the attitude, you have the knowledge and the background so that you can at least speak intelligently enough to ask questions to schedule the consultation. Now, should you be conducting the actual overview? I don't know. How well versed are you in this stuff, right? Use our product specialist. Schedule an appointment for a digital marketing product overview right within our sales calendar. Check off any of the digital marketing products such as local or regional SEO or Google advertising. And there's going to be a great little questionnaire that we're going to have you fill out. Their website, their competitor's website, what keywords are important for them to show up for, what geographies they want to show up for. And we will actually do a little bit of an analysis behind the scenes so that when we have that appointment, we can talk intelligently about where they're showing up now and to show them exactly what they need to do. In fact, we might schedule a digital marketing SEO overview, and they might talk about the first step, which is being mobile responsive, right? And then we'll talk about maybe then doing Google advertising, or maybe then doing some content and doing SEO, right? So the digital marketing appointments are very critical and they're very educational. And I always like to tell candidates, like, if nothing else, you're going to learn how to better market your business online. Whether it's a fit for you or not, whether it's a budget for you or not, will determine in a proposal. But I guarantee You'll learn something about your business and how to better market yourself, and you'll learn about your competition just by being on the line. So it's a great use of your 30 minutes if we can conduct that. So let me ask you a few questions, and then you can ask the questions on the digital marketing and social media marketing assessment sheet. So a lot of stuff goes into it, but it's important for you to at least share that with your candidate. You know, there's a lot that goes into it, marketing your business online. I don't have the answers, but I can schedule an appointment with a search engine specialist to answer some questions for you, or I can help you talk to someone who specializes in Google advertising. Even if you already have a vendor, it might educate you a little bit more on the process and the procedure. So again, it's always about asking questions. It's about meeting your candidates and your clients where they're at, and it's about educating them. There are tens of thousands of companies out there that are cold calling candidates and even your clients, trying to sell them SEO and sell them Google ad programs. They're calling from all over the globe trying to sell your client when you can offer this program yourself. So again, let's open this up and start answering some questions related to our SEO programs.